Off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll set up a throw. He completes it to Evans.
Broncos.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. But a glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's got room. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Before a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
Back to throw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
He got fucking Jalen Ramsey as a linebacker. I'm gonna run that tomorrow game.
Now to kick off after the touchdown.
I think we did.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry
I'm
through
running
the
at the
back
nigga all
of the end
game.
zone for a touchback.
And I ain't even got a starting running back in right now. Yeah, I just picked him up in free agency because my 2 running backs is injured.
On first down, it's Herbert. And connecting here with DJ Shark.
Nah, I got this nigga named Marvin Flowers and
following a good
I got
pickup of
Anthony
8.
Schwartz back there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored.
They bailed him out that drive.
He
was supposed to throw a couple kicks on that drive.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a throw here hauled in. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup.
I don't understand this Jalen Ramsey shit.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Spins past it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the
I'm doing this without my best offensive weapons. DK ain't even in this game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
I'm telling y'all, I need is a quarterback, and I can make
this
some
will
shit
not
happen.
be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
No, when I got a quarterback, I ain't got the weapons around me.
Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely
here go this nigga Mika
not
Parsons
just for
getting
seeding
injured
and
again.
placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as the team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say,
this nigga get hurt every time I play Keys or G.
Now a handoff here to his
But I ain't
running
tripping.
back.
I got backup
after a
players
gain
for
of
that.
2 out to the 27. Well, we
Let
talk
Nolan
about
Smith
defenders,
get some play
specifically
time, too.
linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Flush to his right. And they hit him as he throws.
I don't know why this nigga be playing with me like I'm sorry or something.
Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go
They don't
for
fucking
it.
go for it on no
Doesn't
4th
pan
down
out,
against me
and the
in my
Broncos are gonna
territory.
get the football back in great field position.
I didn't prove you can't stop my offense already. You don't give me this ball this close.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it complete.
Don't leave me no time in the pocket.
For a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just
I'm
about
just
a few
with
inches here.
I mean, you better send your pass rush. Don't leave me no time in the pocket. Because I'm going to find my receiver every
From the
time.
gun, a run with Mostert, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Through one corner, 14-7, our score.
I don't know, man. I just said the same thing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He disrespectful.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. Touchdown, Broncos. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Like, nigga, I know I can't run against your defense with my quarterback.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
All right.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
First the Keys.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
I think he feel like because Mika Parsons was injured on that play, he could have got it. But he's not even the best player on my defense.
At the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this
Fred
unit was
Warner.
out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in
Heard
meetings
on
with
it.
coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the
Listen to
offense.
always,
That
man.
didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20.
Yeah, he got it. That was really holding, though. His fucking right tackle held the shit out of the little man.
With 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Who are you supposed to be?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
It's a good one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Go down. You want to get over there with Tay? Get over here, lay down. Over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get over here.
I'm about to get his ass.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
This one caught by Isabella. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Broncos. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Drops this off with Nwangu. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Herbert now. And Shark calls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 40. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And Oliver in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here.
Herbert has it knocked free. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
I went and got him, put him at tight end, and put DK back at receiver. Yeah, he is.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 19 Lion. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Check.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some room to work. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check, 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 check.
Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. There's Evans again, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A huge play there for Denver. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check 31, check 31.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Dragon 60. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
They'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check Mike 39. Here we go, here we go. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Go.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a catch right side by Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I'm mad that I'm winning like this, though, because it's going to light a fire under his ass.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Which one you go to? That's when I've been working at. Well, not at least some. I was working at the one independent.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Yeah. Until that edge out coming back.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's caught left
14,
side.
yeah, that's pretty decent.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Herbert. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Go, Fred. Go, Fred. Go, Fred.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Leave him alone.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Herbert. So they got a traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Hands it off out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own and 17. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. Also, what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Boy, 203 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 36 now,
on the ground though, boy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
Good game.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
I'm probably going to call it a night.